Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be analyzing Alibaba, JD.com, Bitcoin and for the Forex, the Euro-Dollar cross. We will see where they might move over the next weeks and months. Please subscribe to our channel to receive our real-time trading signals and our analysis on crypto, stocks, Forex and commodities. Then you can join our growing community at patreon.com/financial trading academy. Let's start with Alibaba on a weekly basis, which means that every candle is a weekly one. I've been sending an important alert and different several analyses to my patrons stating that Alibaba is definitely a strong buy. Now we will be analyzing why I do believe that Alibaba is going to move upwards over the next weeks. It will be actually skyrocketing. So what we see here, an inversed head and shoulders patterns. This one is the left shoulder, here we have the head, and this one is the right shoulders. But most importantly, we see the POC, or the point of control. If we analyze the volume profile, which is displayed on the right side of the chart, we see an inverse P pattern, so where actually the point of control is at the bottom. Okay, so in other words, and we can see here even from the spike, one spike, two spike, and three spike in terms of volumes. What we expect is a huge movement upwards for Alibaba, and that's because the whales, the strong hands, have started buying massively. Okay, now if we analyze the cyclicality, this again is a weekly chart, we see that actually we've been bottoming out. That's why I believe that Alibaba is going to move till at least the actually here where we see this big volume, high node volume, for those ones who are expert with the volume profile, around 200 and 220 US dollar. Okay, so there is a very big actually upside for Alibaba. Definitely this is a weekly chart, so that's my prediction for the next month. So actually when we analyze the weekly chart, we're predicting where in this case stock, so Alibaba, will be moving in at the end of 2023, 24 and 25. Okay, again a pretty much fantastic clear reverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay, another stock pick is JD.com, which has a relative strength higher, even higher than Alibaba. Both of them are in my actually top list since several weeks. Even in this case, we see that actually JD.com has been moving inside a bearish momentum, so that's by definition is a downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. But right now we see that JD.com has found a bottom around 32, 33 US dollars. Same here. Now if we analyze the cyclicality, we see almost a perfect symmetric cyclicality. Okay, right now we see a bullish divergence. This because if we pay attention to the azul curve, we see that the azul curve is oriented upwards while JD.com was moving downwards and actually tried to break below the 30 US dollar, but it was unsuccessful, and that's because actually it's a clear sign that JD.com is quite strong. We see here by the massive amount of volumes the POC is passing by exactly at 40 US dollar. So once breaking above this area 40 US dollar, actually JD.com is doomed to move higher till 60 US dollar at least. Now if we analyze the volume here, okay, on the right side we see the volume profile, but beneath we see this huge spike in terms of volumes, okay, with this long white candle. So most probably JD.com is going to move actually above this area. So 60, this area 60 US dollar is the minimum target for JD.com over the end of 2023, 2024. Again, this is JD.com along with Alibaba.com is in my top list for my top picks for the stock market, for the American stock market. Okay, of course those are two Chinese markets, two Chinese companies, but they are listed on the Nasdaq. So let's move on and let's analyze Bitcoin. Okay, I've been obsessive stating that the Bitcoin was doomed to move till 23,000 US dollar. What we see here is that actually we've seen a relative point of low around 24,600, so 24,600 US dollar. We see here the point of control. Okay, the point of control is around 28,000, and there is the second one. This again is a B pattern for those ones who want to actually to check what that means. You can Google it. So a B pattern on the volume profile. Okay, obviously the point of control was here. That's a daily chart around 17,000 US dollar. Okay. So I've been as well obsessive stating that between June and July we will be having the point of low, the relative point of low for Bitcoin, and expect a huge run up. I expect Bitcoin skyrocketing over July, August and September to then close the 1 year cycle in November 2023. So I expect then October, November, possibly partially December on the downside. Okay, that's my actually derived my studies about the Bitcoin cyclicality. I've been actually sending several analyses to my patrons. If you want, you can join us at patreon.com/financial trading academy. Okay, so now if we analyze here on the lower side of the chart the cyclicality, we see that the red curve is actually widening out from the azure one, which means that we are inside an extreme. That means that also the red curve will have to tighten up, okay, towards the azure one. So what is going to happen next? Okay, this area 27,000 US dollar is crucial. Okay, obviously it will be a tough area from where Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is worth 26,600. Okay, once hitting the 27,000 US dollar, which is almost there, I believe Bitcoin will be retracing. Okay, so we will see a battle around this area, but once breaking this area, then we will see a fantastic movement upwards. Again, I have zero doubt that Bitcoin will be breaking above this level. Okay, now if we analyze, I've switched to the weekly chart. What we see here analyzing the cyclicality is that actually we can clearly detect a bottom for Bitcoin. So we have to be optimistic, but on the other side, let's see what happened in the past when Bitcoin was bottoming out in the cycle. Okay, so what we see what we've seen here in actually was June 19 when the cyclical indicator was bottoming out. We've seen actually Bitcoin was worth in 9,000 US dollar, but then it was the chance to see Bitcoin keeping moving till downwards till 5,300 US dollar. Okay, so we might see some squeezing, but again, okay, this is the weekly chart, so it will give us the chance to predict where Bitcoin will be moving over the end of 2023, 24 and 25. Actually Bitcoin will be moving much higher. It will be breaking the absolute high at 67,000 US dollar or 69. I don't remember now how much is the point of higher. Let's say, yeah, 69. I was correct. But for now, okay, we have to break above the 27,000 US dollars. So what expect over the next 2 weeks? Again, the retracement till 23-24 is still in place until we are inside the inside June. Okay, as today is 17th of June, so there are still chances that we can see Bitcoin moving, keep it moving downwards till 23-24. 27 will be quite hard. Second obstacle will be at 30,000 US dollar. But guys, this is something that Bitcoin will be facing, I believe, in July. Again, from July, remember these 3 months, July, August, September, I expect a very strong movement upwards. I know that some analysts say that it's not possible to actually to give those kind of time frames to time the market, but for those ones who know me, you can watch my previous videos and you can see that I was pretty much able to predict almost 90-95% of the movements. Now let's move on. Let's analyze the euro dollar cross. I've been very clear when the euro dollar, the cross hit the 0.95 US dollar, the relative point of low. I've been calling for actually the greatest chance to buy euro dollar over the last few years, okay? And that because, okay, analyzing the monthly chart and the weekly chart, I've been able to detect a 15-year slash 16 years long cycle constituted by 8 on the upside, 8 on the downside, okay? Also, the weekly chart is now on the upside. So, very first barrier, very strong one at 110, okay? I've been predicting 1.40, 1.60 over 26, 27, okay? So, I'm extremely bullish on the euro dollar chart, and actually what is happening is giving me actually enough reason to say that I was pretty much right, okay? So what is happening is telling that I was right in my predictions. Here we see a point of control. Again, this area 110, once breaking above this area, it will not happen very soon, okay? Now the euro dollar will be moving upwards, still testing this area, but I believe it will not be broken over in the next few hours, okay? So we will see some squeezing, and then but absolutely the euro dollar will be breaking above the 110 area, and then second target will be at 118. Okay guys, if you want to join our community at Patreon, you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/financial training academy. Thank you guys.